loving myself and knowing myself is going to be the answer, I think, to having a successful, long-lasting relationship in the future. So this video is not to bash guys. It's not. This is about self-empowerment and knowing oneself and loving oneself before entering into a relationship that you know is going to change your life. I'm responsible for my own happiness. No one else is. That is what, if I could sum it all up, that's what it is. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Moments of Essence. I'm Essence, and this is the Hammock and Sunset series. Sunset's not so great today. It's been cloudy, and I was hoping for a better sunset, but we made it through the day, and that's the most important. That is the most important. So welcome back. If you are new here, I share videos on my solo travel experience, minimalism. I talk about dating as a Christian woman, and how to bring in more ease and more peace into your life. So if this sounds good to you, hit the subscribe button, join the journey. And so for today, today's topic is really on decentering romantic relationships, why I did it, and what's happening now currently for me. So about 2 years ago, I decided to decenter romantic relationships, which means no more dating, no more casual dating, no more like looking for the one. Okay, my dating track record is like off the charts. It's like, girl, how, like, what happened? You couldn't find nobody? Like, it was bad. My first dating experience started when I was like 24. So I started pretty late in life, and I feel like because that first experience was so bad, I just kind of doubled down, and I was like, yeah, I'll show you how poorly I can date, you know? I'll show you how bad it can get. So I kept just finding like worse and worse partners for myself, and of course that came with a lot of trauma, a lot of negative experiences, right? But that's not really why I decentered men. I needed to get back to me, essentially. I needed to get back to me. I needed to really have a healthy relationship with myself and honor myself and honor my friendships and that were suffering as a result of my poor decision making. I needed to get back to the platonic love that nobody talks about. Nobody talks about platonic love, you know? That's, I feel like, the most important kind of love. And I needed to learn how to love myself. Very cliche, I know, but it is what it is. I needed to love myself enough to choose myself. I needed to learn how to set boundaries. I needed to learn how to communicate. I needed to learn how to put myself first. And thankfully, these past couple years have taught me like these wonderful lessons of self-love and self-respect. I think I just needed to like have radio silence and zero distractions in order to get back to what was important to me. I think I hid myself in relationships so I wouldn't have to do the work. Like, I wouldn't have to do the inner work. And I think I just kind of hid in relationships. I hid behind these men and wanted to blame them for the quality of my life. When in reality, it was me the whole time. I was choosing poorly. I wasn't setting boundaries. I wasn't doing the inner work, you know? And so looking back now, I can see like I was in this toxic pattern, you know, of choosing the wrong person because I was afraid. I was afraid of being like having to heal and be in a loving and safe relationship. And I think a lot of women can relate to this. We are sometimes afraid of success. We're afraid of what if it goes right? What if it goes well? Can we live up to the challenge? Can we stand up to the plate, you know? And I think a self-doubt actually got in the way of me being in more healthy and being in healthier relationships. So yeah, like I said, I started at 24. My dating track record is short but very terrible. And I went full speed ahead, you know. Like I said, I doubled down. I sought out the worst partners, and I used them as a distraction and a reason to not put myself first. And then when I finally decided to take a break from dating, that's when I noticed that all these things that I'm sharing now, basically, that, you know, I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot of work to do, you know, before I involve anybody in my life. And I wanted to really just pour into myself during this time. I want to pour into myself, and I want to reconnect with God in order to really understand my value, really understand my worth, and know that no relationship is going to be the answer for a good quality life. Like, it's just not. There are other aspects and components that are needed, right? And I just put so much pressure on guys, the wrong guys, to make me happy, to be everything that I needed them to be, you know? And I just have to now realize that it's up to me. I think that now that I've taken that responsibility back, I'm really enjoying life a little bit more because I feel empowered, you know, to just live life in a more meaningful way, to take care of myself, to do the inner work, you know. And I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying the process. And if and when, you know, I'm in a serious relationship again, I will be all that I need to be for myself. And hopefully he'll be everything that he needs to be for himself. And two whole people can come together. I don't believe in soulmates. I don't believe like half of you is out there somewhere. I think two whole healed people need to be coming together to really benefit from each other. And so I'm not saying I'm waiting till I'm healed to be with somebody, but I want to be so just in love with myself and just enjoying my own company so much so that when he comes around, it's just an addition. It's just an addition. It's like, oh, well, yeah. I don't want to make a person a substitution in my life, you know. And finally, I'll say this. One person cannot be everything to us. One person cannot be everything that we need in our life. One person can't take the place of everybody, you know. And I think as a woman, Like, of course we want our spouse to be our friend and our provide, like our, all these things, whatever. But should they be? What if we have a more well-rounded support group in our lives? I think that would take the pressure off the guy. He doesn't need to be everything to us, you know? Yeah, so if I could have good friends, good support system, and a good relationship with God, I'm set. You know, I have everything I need. But I'm no longer like looking to have everything in one person. It's just not realistic. Okay, so that's everything. Sun is set. It's kind of a gray day, but I'm grateful for another day, and I'm grateful to be here. Comment below if you've ever had to take a break from dating. Let me know in the comments, and also let me know what you would like to discuss in the next Hammock and Sunset series. What topic should we be covering? Okay, let me know. If you like this content, if you like these kinds of conversations, hit the like button and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post a new video. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.